opportunity to meet His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Manipur. And I shared and discussed these points and these suggestions that came from different organizations on what the administration from government of Manipur, in the sense from the governor's office and the entire administration, and from government of India, what steps could be taken to bring back normalcy. And a very long discussion took place, and I must say a very positive discussion took place. And the suggestions given by the NPP were very positively received, and we got a very positive response also from the Honorable Governor. And we would like to thank him also for his time and also for accepting the different suggestions that have been given by the National People's Party. In the evening after that, we had a series of meetings with our party leaders, our MLAs, the state committee, our youth and our women's front, and details of organizing and strengthening the NPP were also discussed, and the meeting and discussion went on till late evening. And there was a very positive feeling among all the party leaders to take the National People's Party forward. The National People's Party has always believed in a voice for the Northeast. We are a party that was born in the state of Manipur, and today a political party that has spread its wings across the Northeast. We are the only political party in the entire country which is a national party and made purely, I should use the word again, purely by the states of the Northeast. Our party is a party that maintains its organizational structure, but our ears are on the ground. We are not a political party that looks at a high command structure, but a political party that is right here to work with the people, listen to the voice of the people, listen to the concerns and voice of our leaders at the state level, and act immediately. And that is what makes the National People's Party a party that is truly made by the people of the Northeast and for the people of the Northeast. And therefore, we are working hard to ensure that the National People's Party grows from strength to strength. We feel that there's a strong vacuum which the National People's Party is in a good position to come in and take that vacuum. And we are preparing ourselves to ensure that as an organization, we stand together to take the party forward. Having said that, today, after this press conference, I will be proceeding to Kangpokpi, and also I will have a stop at Senapati, and along the way I will also stop in Tadubi on my way finally to Dimapur. And along the way I will be meeting CSOs from different communities in Kangpokpi, as well as other CSOs also from different communities in Senapati. And I'll be meeting the family members of our former president and a very dear leader, late Kaisiji, and his entire family members will be there. I'll be stopping over in his residence in Maram Tadubi area to once again meet the family members of our late leader. And as I said, from there I will proceed to Dimapur, where again tomorrow I will be having a detailed meeting with the National People's Party legislatures and the party leaders from the state of Nagaland. So this was a very brief report on the activities in the last 24 hours and the activities in the next 24 hours. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask, I'll be very happy to reply to them. Thank you very much.
Separate administration is one of the main demands of the Cookies people. So would you agree with these demands? Because of the reasons we cannot meet each other so far.
We have been very clear from day one, and our leaders at the state level have made our stand very clear, that the territorial integrity of Manipur is something that the National People's Party believes in, and we are not here to compromise on that. Within the territorial integrity and the entire boundary of Manipur, whether it's geographical or constitutional, discussions can be held on how certain administrations could function. But looking at having a separate, completely separate administration and completely bifurcating the state of Manipur is not the stand of the National People's Party. So we're very clear on that. But yes, discussions must take place. We have always stressed that there is always a meeting point which can be reached. It depends on the will and depends on the dialogue and depends on the overall commitment that all the stakeholders have. And through this platform and through the press and media, I would like to appeal all the communities that it has been too long. And for many, many years now, communities and people have been of Manipur are suffering. And innocent people are suffering today. And therefore, it is a responsibility of all communities and all leaders to find a way forward. And therefore, whatever differences there may be, as the National People's Party, we would urge the different communities to come together, discuss on the table what are the issues, and try to take things forward. Because if we keep sticking to positions and not focusing on the issues, we will not be able to get anywhere. So therefore, it is important that we focus on what matters, on the issues that are there, discuss it, and we should not stick to positions, because in discussion and negotiation, if we stick to positions, we'll never be able to move forward. So we're very clear on our position, and I would like to clarify that.
So one of the points you have collected. It was reported that when you meet with the Naga CSOs, they have expressed their opposition regarding the ongoing FMR as well as the border fencing, as well as the prolonged Naga issues. What is your party's stance on these agendas?
We again have mentioned that, yes, there are concerns that the CSOs have raised, the Naga CSOs have raised regarding the repeal of the FMR as well as the India, is to ensure that there is a proper identification of citizens and those who are not citizens of India. There are, of course, cultural and historical factors which are also equally important. So we urge the government of India that whatever decision and whatever action the government takes, they must take the local people and the stakeholders on board to discuss and then to be able to find a way. I believe that there's always a possibility of finding a way. I want to go back to the time when we had the CAA. And a lot of regional parties, a lot of states had come forward. And in the original bill, where all the northeastern states were included, there was a lot of opposition to it from a lot of parties, including the National People's Party. And I remember very clearly that when we went for discussion to Delhi, Government of India found that there were ways and means in which the interests and the rights of the other states could be protected, while the larger objective of Government of India is achieved. And ILP was given in different states. 6 scheduled areas were exempted, ILP areas were exempted. And to a large extent, it was not a perfect solution, but it was better than the original solution. Similarly, I am confident that in these areas also, we will be able to find a solution that will be able, that where we can find an acceptable solution. But it is important for us to engage, and I urge, and we will urge, and we will connect with Government of India that they should take the stakeholders on board, while taking this very, very crucial and important decision.
So on behalf of internally displaced people, you have yesterday made, what are the points that you are going to introduce to the central leaders?
So when we met our members from the IDP and all the aspects, there were a lot of important points, of course, that came up. I can go through all of the points that are there, but in a nutshell, we have obviously realized that normalcy should come back. And while I was discussing with the IDPs, some of the members that come from areas who were displaced in Churachandpur, some of them in More, and there was a desire and a feel that if we could start bringing back normalcy even in few areas, in simple terms, the low-hanging fruits, where there looks like a possibility where the communities are willing to get back to normalcy, that those areas could be areas where we could start the process. It may not be possible to do it in all the locations in one go. So this is something that I found to be a solution that could actually lead or start the process of the IDPs and the people being able to go back to their homes. It may not be possible everywhere in one go, but we can start somewhere. And we did share this with the Honorable Governor also, the proposals that and the points that were being given. There was a lot of issue that was raised regarding drugs and arms smuggling that they had mentioned, though it's a larger issue, but it was mentioned during that meeting. And so therefore, obviously, this was an important issue which we have taken up as a party with the Union Home Minister and with MHA. And even as Chief Minister of one state in the Northeast, in Meghalaya, this is an issue that the drug issue is something that is affecting not just the situation here in Manipur, but is affecting the entire Northeast and the country as a whole. So therefore, it is in the larger interest of the nation that this issue must be addressed, and a lot of suggestions that there should be a bureau, narcotic bureau, and other facilities and other administration setups. So these are important suggestions that came up during that meeting. So definitely we would be wanting to and work with Government of India to take steps towards that. There were many other suggestions that came up, which are again, as I said, in a larger front, whether it is the issue of the deforestation issue or the issue of the IDPs wishing to have audience with the Honorable Prime Minister. They had also mentioned about the free movement on the highway, which is something crucial, which again is something that we mentioned to the Honorable Governor. So on and so forth. There were many points that came up. But I think, as I said, the largest sense we got is that the IDPs are obviously going through a very difficult phase, and they desire to go back to their homes. And as a political party, it will be our endeavor to ensure that we facilitate in every possible way to make sure that they're able to go back to their homes. Yeah, she's just been raising it. I'll answer all. Yeah.
The question is not related to your visit, but taking the opportunity of this press conference, I would like to raise it. So actually, there was a major report of one of the historic places in Ceylon, Manipur raspberry was demolished.
Right.
And there was a repeated appeal to intervene for the preservation of this site. So as a concerned CM, how would you look into this, sir?
I have seen those reports, and I have also taken report from the state. And I think 48 hours back, there was some activity that took place in that the campus out there in that area. I just want to clarify a few things that regarding any kind of demolition, there was no permission that was given from the state government as such, as far as I know. So I do stand corrected once, because this just came to me in the morning. But as far as the telephonic conversation I had with my officials, there was no permission for any demolition. Also, the information was given to the Manipur government that that site should be preserved, especially the actual building and the actual palace. Number three, most importantly, there was no activity from government of Meghalaya or any of its agencies who were actually involved in any kind of demolition work that did take place. So it was completely a matter that was dealt by the government of Manipur. So Meghalaya government did not or was not involved in any way. We had in fact made it very clear to the different agencies. I'm presuming it's a PWD from Manipur, but again I stand corrected because, as I said, I don't have the detailed information. So these are activities that happened there. We have been very particular. I myself have been very particular, and I will try to get the official orders and all the notes where we have been very clear that all of these important monuments, important historic buildings must be preserved. And so we have been very clear about it. And that is why, as I said, there was no action from the government of Meghalaya on this aspect. But definitely I will get things inquired since it happened in my state, and whatever necessary action can be taken from our side, I assure you that and assure the people of Manipur that I will take action.
Sir, any communication you had had between the Meghalaya state policy for construction and demolition?
So as I said, I don't have the written order in front of me because, as I said, I was informed about this in the morning. But in the telephonic conversation that I had with my team, there is a director of urban affairs, it falls under urban affairs. He categorically informed me that there's no permission of demolition. There was no, there was specific mention that that particular building in the palace must be protected. And if the permission was given for a construction, it was within the campus, but surrounding the areas, not the palace itself. So this is as far as information I have with me. And I will try to get the minutes and the necessary OMs or whatever the letters that have gone from our side and share it. But yes, whatever happened actually is unfortunate, but I want to again, as I said, inform the people of Manipur that it was not an act from the government of Meghalaya's side.
Yes, it hurt the sentiment of the people of Manipur side.
Absolutely, absolutely. But as I said, I'm repeating this, the action was not from government of Meghalaya. I want to be very clear.
What is your party's stance on the, in regard with the population imbalance from some groups in state, widespread in northeast states? Like from some community or some groups, there are some population imbalance. So like what is your party's stance on such issues?
Population imbalance in what sense? I'm sorry.
Increasing with like with irregular rate, like something.
Issue of delimitation and all those.
No, in the sense that you're talking about immigration, illegal immigration you're referring to, or are you referring to population increase? Because imbalance can happen only in two ways.
Illegal immigration with, along with increasing with rapid, very high.
Yeah, so that's the reason I'm asking you that is because they're two different issues. So that's why I wanted some clarification. As I mentioned, the imbalance can happen only in two ways, or rather growth can happen in two ways. Either there is a growth in the population itself where the birth rate of a particular community goes up, or second is when there is immigration or movement of people from across the border that goes up. Both of these are of great concern for us as a political party. We are a party that believes in our indigenous people. We are very clear, our constitution is very clear that we are here to protect and to fight for the indigenous people of our state and of our region. And therefore, we are very clear on that. The policies that are created must be very firm to protect the indigenous rights. The policies must be very clear to ensure that any kind of illegal immigration should not take place. We are very, very clear about that. And policies from Government of India, policies from the state government must be very firm on all these aspects. And therefore, necessary action must be taken in that line. So we're very clear about our stand.
Hello sir, I'm Raji here. I work for different media houses.
Sir, you being alliance partner with BJP and you have a long association with the BJP in Manipur per se. You have seen the first term of Mr. N. Biren Singh and also the, unfortunately, the second term also. Having said that, in recent time, BJP MLAs are camping in Delhi and they are camping in Delhi, and the major talking point between the MLAs and also the main reason for the breaking down of N. Biren Singh government is the leadership issue. So, if N. Biren Singh return to power, will it be acceptable to you? My first question. And second question is, in such matter, how is your approach?
It's not a government. What is important for us is what is good for the people. We are very clear again as a political party that any decision we take must be in the interest of the people of the state. It's not about the interest of the political parties or the interest of the MLAs or the interest of NPP. We will stand with the people of Manipur and we will do what is important and necessary for the people of Manipur. Depending on the situation, depending on the discussion with all our MLAs and all our political leaders and our party leaders, we will decide on the course of action. That if that decision goes in the interest of the people of Manipur, we're ready to work with anybody. But if it doesn't go with the interest of the people and it's a political decision that has been forced on to this people of our state, then obviously we'll have to sit and discuss and take a decision. So therefore, in the larger interest, as I said, what guides us as our principle is what is best for the people of Manipur and for the state of Manipur, what will ensure that peace and normalcy returns back. The National People's Party is willing to cooperate and work in different circumstances, depending, as I said, on what is the purpose of the decision that is being taken. And if that decision is being taken and the larger interests of the people and is a decision that is going to be acceptable by the people of our state, definitely the state committee, definitely the MLAs and the national committee, we will sit together and decide on how we should move forward.
Sir, I have a question. What steps have been taken by the party so far to restore normalcy in Manipur, and what could be your master stroke?
There is nothing called master stroke or anything. The point is that this has been a very complex situation, a very complex problem. And we understood, we have all seen it, and I think all of you have seen it more than me, and so you can understand the complexity of the problem, where every decision has got ramifications, and therefore we have to be very, very careful in how we move forward. But having said that, the National People's Party has been very clear from day one. And we have documents and papers to obviously to prove that. And I don't remember the month, but about a year and a half back, we had a very, very important, crucial meeting in Delhi where all our MLAs and all our party leaders were present. And we categorically had written to the Ministry of Home Affairs, to the Honorable Union Home Minister, that there has to be a decision by the government to ensure that leadership or the overall government in terms of a president's rule or in terms of a change in leadership, there has to be something that will build up the confidence of the people of Manipur. At that point in time, we felt that the people of Manipur had lost confidence and there was a trust deficit. Without blaming anybody or without trying to comment on whether somebody is good or not, the narrative was that there was a trust deficit in the state of Manipur among the people. And therefore that trust deficit had to be fixed. And therefore we demanded Government of India that you must take steps, either by changing the leadership or by providing president's rule. But that trust deficit where a leadership or a government is in place where people can trust and come for talks, come for discussion, until that environment doesn't come in, we will not be able to move forward. So what I'm trying to say is, from day one, we have been stressing on this. Again, as I said, without blaming anybody, we're not pointing fingers. We're only looking at the overall situation that was there in Manipur. When we realized that this was going to a point, and we tried to support, we tried to work, because we were not trying to be here to politically try to take undue advantage of the situation. For us, the larger interest of Manipur was driving the decisions that we were taking. And therefore, this year in the month of March, this last year November, February. In the month of February, so we had taken the decision that it was going to a level where things had to stop. And we as a party, we tried our best to support and to be, to cooperate. And we realized that it was beyond a point and that there was a need for us to disengage. And therefore, we withdrew our support. Again, a very, very tough decision because we are working with NDA government in different parts of the Northeast. And we've been working with NDA for many, many years in the past. But again, as I said, we need to do what is right. We need to do what is correct. We need to do what is important for the people of Manipur. And so we took that decision in spite of many, many challenges that we will withdraw from our support from the BJP government. And that's what we did. And that is, again, as I said, a reflection of our commitment to the people. We will continue to do that. Apart from that, as I said, we've been engaging at many, many levels. I don't want to go into all the details, but there are micro issues, whether it's the movement, whether it's the flights, whether it's different kind of support in the IDBs. All these areas that have been small activities that the party is doing. But in a major part, I think, as you wanted to know the larger impact, was we felt that at that point in time that a withdrawal of the support was necessary, and we did that, and that is the stand of the party at that point in time.
Sir, people of Tamenglong have been without an MLA for more than 8 months now. Do you plan to urge the EC for early death of appointments?
You're right. From a constitutional perspective, the elections should be held in 6 months. We are under animated suspension, and hence I'm presuming that provision is what is being used to to justify not having the by-election as of now. Also, constitutional provisions say that once 1 year is left for election, the by-election cannot take place. So therefore, by February, the Election Commission has to decide. So it's about a matter of 4 more months. And if the Election Commission does not decide, then by February, then there will not be a by-election there. Definitely, we will urge from a democratic process, even 1 month, 2 months of representation is important. But from the practical point of view, what I understand from Election Commission's point of view, that the time frame is very, very close. So we really don't know what the Election Commission will say or will do. But definitely it's something that we would like to see, that it moves forward. Every electorate or every constituency has the constitutional right to have the representative, and it's a right that is not being given to the people of Tadubi as of now. So we will work on that.
For the people of Manipur and also for NPP. Due to this ongoing conflict, people have started looking for new political alternative. So, and last of all, people see that NPP is as a whole. But as a journalist, we have seen many differences within the party itself, and also some leaders of the party criticizing their own members, their own MLAs. So it may lead to hesitate people to choose their NPP as their alternative. So how would you assure that NPP, Manipur, is united and ready for Manipur, ready to work for Manipur?
3 points. So what you've mentioned. Number one, as you correctly mentioned, that the National People's Party is a very viable option when it comes to the political scenario in Manipur as of today. I mentioned earlier that National People's Party was a party that was born in the state of Manipur. I think that's a very, very important factor. Second, what I have mentioned that the NPP is the only political party which is a national party made by the states of the Northeast. So Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Manipur and Nagaland is what makes NPP a national party. I think there's no other party in the history of the country which has been made national by the Northeast people. Number 3 is that the concept of high command and waiting for decision to come from Delhi is not there in our party. We are very, very accessible. We believe in giving the necessary powers and giving that space to our state units and to our MLAs to move forward. Having said that, this has got its plus and its minus. So what happens in our political party? We allow the voice. We allow discussions to take place. We believe in democratic process. And hence, everybody raises their voice, which is fine because they're not raising the voice against individuals, they're raising the voice for the interests of their people. I think there's nothing wrong in that aspect. Yes, it does reflect that, somebody in the party, there is a thing. That is the implication of what they do, it is. And let me be very frank. Number 1, as I said, democratic voice within the political party must be there. We must allow different voices to come out. Number 2, as I said, this entire issue of the discussions that take place and differences that are there is natural. It happens in every political party. It's not just National People's Party where you have, different people saying different things. It happens in BJP. It happens in Congress. It's a healthy thing, I should say. But at the end of the day, what is important is we should realize that we need to work as a unit. We need to work as a team. And whatever at the end of the day, decision comes from the party, from the national president, in terms of any differences that are there, should be the discipline that the party should follow. And I'm happy to tell you that that discipline exists. Today I'm here, you can see all our members here, otherwise maybe some member would not be sitting in this room if there was a major difference or a major point in a problem. So therefore, my job is to ensure that the different voices are heard, but unity is maintained. Discussion takes place, but decision is taken together. And we work as a team in the larger interest of the state of Manipur and in the interest of NPP. Differences will be there. It is the duty of the national president to bring the teams together, to resolve the issues, and to give the confidence to people who want to join us that we are a very vibrant party, but a party that believes in discipline.
There has been an unfortunate incident in Assam Meghalaya border.
Yes.
So what steps can be taken to avoid such incident in the future? Because one person died.
Yeah. Yes, it's a very unfortunate incident that has happened. This happened yesterday. And the root cause of this problem is the